Your dog has never met this person, never heard the stories you've told yourself about them late at night, never watched them fail you the way you have, and yet the moment they walk through the door, your dog refuses to go near them, won't take a treat from their hand, turns its back, won't even look. You sit there thinking the same thing everyone thinks in that moment. My dog knows something I don't. My dog is reading their character the way I'm reading my phone. My dog can tell they're bad. Or is your dog just sophisticated at pattern matching that looks like psychic ability but doesn't actually work the way you think? Let's start with what your dog is actually doing in that moment. Picture it from your dog's side. A person walks in. Your dog doesn't see a face. Your dog sees a chemical storm, cortisol in your sweat, adrenaline in your breath, a posture that says something is wrong. Your dog is already ahead of you. A dog's nose contains around 300 million olfactory receptors. Humans have about 6 million. The part of your dog's brain dedicated to analyzing smell is proportionally 40 times larger than yours. Your dog is reading chemistry you can't even detect. But here's the problem. Nervous doesn't mean bad. The moment someone feels like they're being judged, their cortisol spikes. Their posture tightens. And that's not a signal of dishonesty. That's a signal of discomfort. Your dog is reading discomfort, not character. It's not just scent. Your dog is also watching body language, the angle of their shoulders, the direction their eyes point, the tension in their jaw. All of it tells your dog something about the person in the room. But again, not bad. Uncomfortable. A trauma survivor walks in. A neurodivergent person. An anxious person. Your dog reads tension as threat, not as moral failing. Then there's the chemistry of deception itself. A person who's lying produces adrenaline and cortisol. Their breathing changes. Their heartbeat accelerates. It seems like psychic ability. Your dog detects all of it. But an honest nervous person produces the exact same chemicals as a liar. Your dog cannot distinguish between them. So your dog is reading stress signals, not moral failings. But then why do the labs say something different? In 2015, researchers at Kyoto University ran an experiment. They had dogs watch a researcher point to a container. The container was full. The researcher pointed. The dog followed the pointer to the container. Got rewarded. They did this again and again. Then one day the pointer lied. Pointed to an empty container. The dog followed. No reward. They did this multiple times. The dog learned. 34 dogs in the study. 34 refused the pointer the next time around. Turned away. Walked past. One broken promise. That was enough. But can they judge character? In 2017, the same lab published something more compelling. Researchers had dogs watch a scenario unfold. A human owner is struggling, really struggling, trying to open a container, clearly needs help. A stranger walks in. Stranger A helps. Stranger B stands neutral. Stranger C refuses, just watches and does nothing. Later, the researchers offer the dog treats from all three strangers. The dog refuses treats from the refuser, takes them happily from A and B. A dog turned down free food, walked past it. The reason? Punishment. The researchers called it third-party effective evaluation. The dog wasn't just learning about reliability. The dog was making a moral judgment. But here's the crucial part. The owner was in the room. The dog's person was involved. The stakes were personal. Then in 2025, the same institution ran the same study again. Different researchers, different dogs. 40 of them watched the exact same scenario. A human acts generous with an unknown dog. Another acts selfish. Different human, different dog. No skin in the game for the watching dog. The result came back and it contradicted everything. No preference. The dogs didn't care. They took treats from the generous human and the selfish human equally. Jim et al., the lead researchers, published it and said this: "It's clear that reputation formation may be more complex than previously thought, even for animals like dogs that closely cooperate with humans. The difference between the two studies is so small it's almost invisible, and yet it's everything. Chijiwa, owner involved, works. Jim, no stakes, fails. Dogs aren't broken. The situation was, your dog's judgment isn't universal. It's context dependent. It activates when something matters to them personally. You have your own stories, right? I do too. My dog walked past someone at a party. Weeks later, I found out they were toxic. My dog knew. That's fair. Those stories exist. They're compelling. And they deserve to be believed. But explain this. 40 dogs watched a stranger be cruel. Watched it happen. And they felt nothing. They took treats anyway. If dog judgment was real and universal, why did they miss that? The answer isn't that dogs are broken. It's that we've misunderstood what they're actually reading. We can measure behavior. We can record whether a dog takes food or refuses it. We can document whether a dog approaches or walks away. What we cannot measure is the inner feeling, whether something it feels like to be your dog when it reads that chemical signature, whether there's something like moral outrage in there, or whether it's just sophisticated reflex shaped by millions of years of evolution to care about the people they're bound to. Philosophers call this qualia, the raw, subjective texture of experience. Your pain versus my pain, your red versus my red, your dog's reading of character versus what that actually means inside the dog's head. We don't know. Nobody does. But we can say this with confidence now. Dogs can detect deception and unkindness in scenarios where their person is involved. They cannot reliably judge character in abstract situations. They don't have universal moral judgment. So here's what actually matters. Your dog is not a character reader. Your dog is a survival machine asking one question every single moment it spends with you. Does this person help or harm my person? That's the calculation. That's why Chijiwa worked. The dog's person was under threat. That's why Jim failed. No threat existed. No connection to evaluate. When your dog refuses to go near someone, trust it. But only if the person is actually in a relationship with your dog. Only if the stakes are high. Only if your dog is healthy and not traumatized itself. A nervous person walks in. Your dog refuses them. Don't assume you know why. Maybe your dog smelled the cortisol spike. Maybe your dog read the tightness in their shoulders. Maybe your dog is anxious too and is mirroring what they're feeling. A stranger feels cold to your dog. A friend feels warm. But coldness and evil are not the same thing. They never were. So, does your dog know if you're bad? Only if you're bad to them. Right now, there's someone at your door your dog refuses. You're wondering what your dog sees that you don't. Maybe something. Maybe nothing. Maybe just the fact that your dog is trying to protect what it loves. And that's enough.